Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am the 6'2" stallion, thoroughbred Nigerian, Ricio Fanchulo. Georgia. It's peace and quiet in the studio right now. I actually get to enjoy the intro music. No verbal shotgun. No evil voice of logic and reason. Just me and the music. Georgia. Anyways, we're doing something a little different this week. We recorded a few weeks ago, and we were gonna put it up. Or we were gonna start recording, I should say. And we had my boy here from New York, Sam. He was back in the building. He's been on an episode here of Fix It and Post previously, and so we just started talking and chopping it up, and I just decided to hit record. We didn't even do anything real formal, and I just wanted to hit record and just go with it. So this episode is really about Chooks and Sam kind of telling stories of, their schooling back in Nigeria. And so in Nigeria, when you go to school, a lot of kids who go to school in Nigeria go to boarding schools, and in the boarding school is basically like college life where you live in dorms, except for the elementary school age and high school. So that's what this episode is going to be about. Just some hilarious stories of Sam and Chooks as they were growing up and going to school. And so I hope you enjoy it. I will say that this episode is completely uncut, unedited, raw. If you are easily offended or upset by profanity, or if you're easily offended and upset by derogatory words, I guess we would call them, you probably shouldn't continue listening because I did not edit or cut or filter anything. So enjoy the podcast. Fix It and Post, FIIP Podcast on Twitter, FIIP Podcast on Gmail, and FIIP Podcast on where else? Twitter, Facebook, FIIP Podcast, Fix It and Post. Enjoy the episode. We'll be back next week with the normal format. Unlucky Bastard, Chooks will serenade your life, the whole 9 yards. But this week, I present boarding school.
So yes, Zeke, Rich made a great point, man, about difference between American punishment or corporal punishment and Nigerian corporal punishment. Americans do it because they don't want you to be a nuisance to them in the future. You're right,
man.
Get them out the way.
Yeah, but the thing is this though, there is something to be said about that too in the social contracts, because niggas that destroy social contracts can destroy society. So maybe they find a way to take you away and cut you out immediately. But Nigerian parents catch it at the root.
And
They catch it before it
so
grows.
You can get better.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, of course.
It seems like down the road is just so much more bad. It's like you're giving somebody freedom to make a dumb decision at a young age, and you're gonna punish them later. When they don't even understand, when at that point the implication is way worse for them at that point.
And at that point they're ready to be serious.
And at that point you're like, oh
Okay,
shit.
okay, but
at that point they're ready to be serious.
and then you're like,
be good. And
when
by
you
then
were-
it's too late.
You're dumbass to do this.
When you were 14, you were doing bad shit.
But hold on. At some point, like if you look at like the judicial system, so when you're a minor, all of that stuff, like when you're 18,
You're right,
you're
though.
still in
Yeah,
your
yeah,
record,
that's true.
but like it's not like
that's
it doesn't
valid. That's
affect
valid.
you.
Oh no! But what you're talking
That's
about
valid,
though?
that's valid.
No, it's talking about legal stuff.
we're
That's
talking about,
the-
yeah.
I'm talking about.
We're talking about your
behavior in
personality.
school.
Yeah,
I'm
like
talking about behavior in
who
school.
you're gonna be.
Yeah.
That shit.
Because you're gonna get punished later.
You won't get in college if in high
Exactly.
school you were getting suspended.
You expelled and suspended.
You're not going to jail.
No.
But that stuff will affect you.
It will
Yeah.
affect
On
you.
your acceptance.
Now you're
It will-
going- now
it
you're
will
going to
affect you.
community.
Yes.
It will
Even
affect
And that's where it starts.
Even if with a
There's
4.0,
there's a place for you to go, but it's not gonna be like
not gonna be
U
where you
of
wanna
M.
go.
You're gonna go to some other lower tier
it's
college.
gonna
and
kill
start
your
there.
opportunity. You're right.
Yeah, you
And,
right.
and do you guys know like they've started doing it with like the second and third graders now? They have this
Damn.
thing, so it's called like Class Dojo,
Second and third grade.
where like
Class
they'll-
dojo.
Class Dojo. So the parents are able to log on, and what they do is they keep track of like how the kids misbehave. If they're not paying attention, they'll give them like a negative mark. So everybody starts with 100%. Then if you're not paying attention, -1. Every time you don't pay attention, -1. So it's like that constant judging. Kids are gonna be kids at some point.
Yeah, but you still have to. My issue is not the punishment. My issue is the how and the reasoning behind the punishment. Yes. Like, if the punishment is to better the kid, is to make the kid straighten up, then I'm cool with that. If the punishment is actually to make the kid better, then I'm cool with that. Don't mask the punishment of I want to make you better, but later down the line you have a record and now you can't excel because nobody's gonna accept you because of this record that you built.
And the worst part of the whole thing is when you're finally ready to get serious. When you're a 20-year-old, your brain is almost fully set.
Yep,
you're calmer.
Yep,
you're ready to go. And now they pull some shit from when you were 14.
It's not fair,
and that holds you back from getting to Harvard because Yale or Harvard won't touch. They won't touch a kid.
No, don't even apply.
Don't even waste your time.
Don't
break into a principal's office and shit on his desk.
Yep.
Guy, you forget about any Big Ten. Forget about any. Not even Ivy League. Forget about like Big Ten.
Guys said forget about Big Ten. Is that stuff really held into? Is that all those like? I mean, because I didn't go to school, but like that's character stuff has been held into like.
Oh man, it's on your record.
Your permanent record.
It's on your permanent record.
Yep.
Damn. And if you go to high school in America, colleges will pick up. They will send it.
That's what I'm getting. We didn't go to high school.
So the good thing is that Americans don't ask for Nigerian. First of all, they don't even keep records. They just flog you.
And plus, we'll be like, we don't have those. We don't.
The record is here, guy, in your own head from the flogging you got. That's where the record is.
But is it really true that like the Nigerians flog just so that you'll be better, or do they flog also because you're being a nuisance?
It's both. It's both.
But they just don't record it.
Yes.
The reason why that you get a butt whooping when at school, then you get a butt whooping at home is because as a whole community, we don't want useless people.
Yeah, that's true.
The teachers, we don't want anybody useless.
And
the parents, they don't want their kids to be useless.
Number two, they abhor uselessness.
Yeah.
They abhor rubbish. Like
it's a societal like
it really makes them very angry. I remember my teachers looking at me and they're with like real concern, asking like, what is wrong? When they ask you what is wrong with you,
it's like
concern.
It's beyond whooping.
It's not like
it's like I'm literally like. What did I do?
Like, why can't you sit down and read?
Follow the
you know, like, why can't you sit down and read?
It's funny.
They're serious.
My parents used to, like, my mom would, like, break out in tears. Out of, like, oh, my God. Like, why? You came out of me, and why are you like this? Like, you're literally.
And as a male,
you're like,
as a male,
you just.
It breaks your heart.
Damn. But what's funny is you're not like even doing crazy wow. It's like you're not paying attention in school. You're not getting good grades.
Yeah.
Your teachers are saying you're partying too much. And even
that
don't make your parents.
Homework.
Your parents are like.
But which kind of
partying
do we do in Nigeria?
I know. That's my point.
I mean, compared to niggas here.
That's his point.
Even with that,
and they'll be freaking out.
And they'll be like, oh
my
God.
dad called me once at like 8 o'clock. I'm out. Fucking 18-year-old. Where are you? I'm like, I'm at the party. Come home. My cousin here was 16. Called me at one of you guys' frat parties. The guy called me. Asked me where I'm at. I said, I'm at home, nigga. It's midnight. The guy said, why aren't you at the party? I'm like, which party? He's like, the cop is having a party. I'm like, well, how are you there? Why isn't your mom flogging you? Oh, she doesn't care. I'm like, what? My 8 years old, done with high school, good grades, going to America to be a man. The guy called me. Where are you? And this was at the point where it was when cell phones were new in Nigeria. Yeah. He gave me his old cell phone because he bought a new one. So he gave me an old, nice Sony Ericsson cell phone. So I'm flexing.
Sony Ericsson.
Okay. So the phone rings, and this girl I've liked for a long time, Miriam, is beside me. So my phone goes, I said, excuse me, man. Let me answer my phone.
Let me flex.
I pull out my phone. You know, I see it's my dad's number, but I'm just in flexing mode. So I'm
flex zone.
Hey, Dad, what's up? Like that, how you doing?
Hey, Dad, what's up?
No. I said, Daddy, what? Daddy, hello, Daddy. The guy said, where are you? I'm like, I'm at the party, you know, with my friends. I said, it's 8 o'clock. Like, I know, but I'm at the party, you know. I'm done with high school. I don't have school tomorrow, right? I'm going to America in a couple of weeks. So these are my high school mates. We're having a party. I'm here. You gave me a car. You gave me a cell phone. I'm safe. The guy said, bring your ass home. Try to argue once. You know Nigerian parents, man. Once you try to argue once, it goes from like, before you say, come home.
To
okay? And then when you say, but daddy,
eh?
Shut up! Come! Like, and she could hear it. She could hear it. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, Miriam, I gotta go home. Until today, I haven't heard from Miriam since. Like we were just talking about before, man. There's always that moment.
But that's annoying though, because Nigerian chicks know Nigerian parents too.
Yeah.
So don't act brand new like you like I can't go.
Unless
you know I have to go
Yes.
home.
Unless-
Don't act brand new.
Yes.
You know how this goes.
Yes, brother.
If you
That's annoying.
You know, if your mom calls now, you give me
you're
2
out.
fingers.
Exactly.
You know, we're all. You just that you don't have a cell phone like I do, so they can't reach you. I just.
Do you know one thing though? You were a stupid kid. You just turn it off and say the battery died. I'm joking.
Your dad. Next thing you know, your dad is at the party.
My dad has
Ask
a
me.
my dad
Ask
has,
me.
my dad has an upper division of what's it called? You know how in Nigerian colleges they have like upper level first class,
Yeah, man.
second class in high income. He has the first class in biochemistry, and this is his former cell phone.
Yep.
And he
He knows
knows
the battery life.
there is no way.
You be getting
But you know what,
getting
though?
fucked up.
I wasn't stupid. I was a coward. What I should have done? Miriam only comes once in a lifetime. Man. I should have ignored the phone call.
Get
Yeah.
your ass whooped.
Done my shit with Miriam.
Yep.
And face
Face your punishment.
You ain't
I
gonna kill
was
me.
a coward.
In
Face
this
your
life,
punishment.
in this life, it's easier to ask for forgiveness
Or
than it
think
is
of
to
damn
permission.
permission.
Then to get permission.
Yep.
Because
That's
I know what.
That's true.
It is.
When you know what, thinking back now as a grown man, and knowing my dad, and knowing what stock I came from, I'm sure this is what I always think about. Imagine us as 16 years old, knowing how to talking like we talk now, like knowing how to talk to men like we talk now. Imagine if I told my dad, "Hey, Dad, look, I'm going to America very soon. I've liked this girl for a long time, for like 4 years.
Yeah.
She's at the party right now. You give me a car, you give me a cell phone. I'm in a very good place now.
Let me work. Let me work.
Dad, can you just,
Your dad would be
I
like-
promise you I'm going to be safe.
Yep.
I'll be home by 11. I've been driving for years now. You know me. Just let me do a little work. I don't have a girlfriend.
I would have like,
I'm not cheating on anybody. I'm
Okay.
not cheating on my girlfriend. I have no girlfriend. It's just me. I'm trying to get a girlfriend. You're a good Nigerian girl. I can put ties with.
Your
and come
pops
back
would have
and
been cool with
marry.
that. He would. In fact, he would have probably thought like, this boy's responsible.
Boy,
Yeah.
exactly.
This boy's
So
growing
boy
up.
has head.
going on quickly.
This boy is growing
So
up.
what I'm saying is
The
like,
guy would have thought to himself, that's my boy.
that's my son.
That's my son.
You give you a high five on the
Yep.
phone.
And you know what though? And that's why I'm actually junior too.
Junior.
And you know what? You know what? If any fucking person eventually invents a time machine, that's the first thing. That is how I know. That is how I know for sure human beings will never invent a time machine in my lifetime, because there is no older chooks here right now telling me shit I should do and I should not do. Because I will break into
Man.
that place and I will go back in time to 16-year-old chick and say, "Guy,
stupid, man.
look, your dad is a man like you. You're gonna be a man one day.
Yep.
Think about what you want to hear from your son
Yep.
and tell it to
And
him.
tell it to him.
Go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Automatic yawn.
Just tell him.
We were
that.
talking about
with
this
it,
yesterday,
yeah.
man. We were talking about this yesterday. Like,
college life.
if we could go back with the
Oh my
brain that we have now
College
to
days.
college days.
Just give me college.
Oh,
Just give me freshman year.
Ah.
U of M.
Chai.
we were talking about it
Yo,
yesterday,
I said,
man.
what was some of the funniest things, like, I didn't go to high school, so I went to boarding school, and Chooks knows that shit. Everything is structured. You wake up at 6 with a bell.
5:30.
The only time you get freedom is SS3, when you're like at the senior year, when you can kind of do whatever you
When you're
want.
the one waking niggas
to
up.
a certain
Yeah.
extent.
You.
I mean, the school still has rules, but you can. That's your last year is like the day. So I come to the U. You know what I'm saying? My dad's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have your admission letter. Here's $500. Peace.
Good luck.
And I get here, and and they're like, I'm like, what classes do I take? Folks like, yo, take whatever classes. I mean, you follow the electives, but yo,
What?
Do you?
Freshman year is whatever you
they're
want.
like, yo, you pick the electives, but yo, you pick your class. I'm like, what? So I'm out here picking classes, and then what got me the most was going to class. Again, I was 17. I'm used to like structure, taking names of who's not in class in Nigeria.
Yep.
I get here, I mean, big ass class, They're like, nigga, like, I mean, hey, it's you. If you don't come to classes, like, nobody telling you to go to class. If you don't go to class, it's on you. You get the repercussions at the
Nigga,
end
you
of the
wake
semester.
you
You
wake
get
up
them grades.
You wake up when you want.
You
guy.
wake up at 8, like, look at the snow.
The snow.
Nah. Maybe
Nah.
not. Maybe not today.
Like,
Nah.
I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm gonna sit
I'm
this
not-
one out.
By the way, this is 8 o'clock in the morning, man.
Yeah.
All through your school life in Nigeria,
You
there's
wake
no
up at
time
6.
you ever wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Nope. You wake
No
up at
time on
6.
earth.
You're already
You wake up
late.
at 8, like,
What?
And you're getting flogged.
And
And
you
you
look out, you see that
I
snow.
said in boarding school, Reese, they wake you up at 5:30 to start raking.
Not
and
to
cutting
like,
grass.
not to what?
Not to
take
wake up
a
and get ready
shower.
to go to school.
Not take a shower. No.
You're not ready to
To
go
go
to
do
school.
chores.
You're going to do chores. No, I'm not chores.
And now
I'm
your
washing
chores.
dishes.
Nah.
I remember like cutting grass, raking, and the worst part is this: they make you
Wow.
rake sand that has nothing on it. No, seriously, you rake designs, like you rake vertical, and then you make horizontal like a net. They make the landscaping. You do landscaping work.
Yeah.
And then now you have to rush back to the hostel,
take a shower,
and fight a bunch of niggas
to get a
for
shower
space.
And then you get done with that.
Wait, they don't even care about the logistics of how you get dressed and get to school.
There's a bell.
All they know
There's
is
a
that
time.
when the
You
bell
better be here on time.
School, you better be there. And these are like fucking 13-year-old GS1 boys, 12, 13, to like 18-year-old. So who's going to get the showers first?
18, of
17,
course.
18-year-old niggas.
Yep.
The 13-year-old boys need to still be there by 8.
Same.
Or else they'll get flogged as well.
For sure, as you're coming.
There's a lot of funky dudes.
The struggle
Man.
is real.
They don't take showers.
A lot of funky dudes.
Showers a win.
maybe on Wednesday.
Shower is a win.
So what niggas do is niggas get up early before 5:30.
And you got to be disciplined.
You take your
You have
shower.
to be very disciplined. to
Take
do
a
that
shower
shit.
earlier and then go do your raking and then just come put it and just go to school. And then
And not everybody's doing that. Only the disciplined,
hold on.
smart cats are
the
doing
go
that.
getters. The go getters.
And the worst part is there's even competition to get into those schools.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
What?
It's not just a free
Nope.
look.
Some-
There's competition to
FGC
get into
is
those
not easy to
schools.
get in.
What's the school you went to? FGC.
FGC
Wait,
Odobolu.
Odobolu. There we go.
It's-
Some look. These schools like
You don't
this.
just walk in.
I went to Nigerian Navy Brokeri, which is a naval it's an academy. You know what was the name of the school in West Point. It's not as big as West Point, but it's a military academy. There's a waiting list. You can't just walk in there and fill out a report and get in. You have to know somebody to get you on the list to get in. Like it's paradise. So it's hell.
So even with this hell, Cass
You're
is
getting
still
your ass beat.
beating the door down.
I'm not
to
talking.
get there.
And you're getting your ass kicked for 5 years. Your 6th year is when it's like,
Yes.
yeah. I can wake
now-
up when I can kind of wake up within the guidelines of the school when I want to.
Because now you can
Now
punk other
you
little
can punk
little
other dudes like, yo,
niggas.
go wash my clothes.
Yes.
Go do this.
Yep.
All
But
your,
I'm telling you, man.
all your time is now. You have more time to yourself.
Yeah.
Because your clothes are being washed.
Yep.
Sometimes if
Your
you're
water is being fetched.
if you're a prefect, they'll bring you
Oh,
your
yeah.
food.
Your food
You,
is
you
big,
wouldn't
bro.
even eat they'll bring your food to you in the dorm. Okay.
Who's they?
Junior
No,
boys.
the younger
Junior
boys.
boys.
The JS.
So
the
hazing.
younger-
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
pretty
it's
much.
it's
not hazing.
Hazing
It's
is
just-
1 week.
No, it's respect.
These guys, these guys are your servants
Yeah.
for the rest of your stay in the school.
Hazing is 1 week.
I'm not exaggerating.
That's
I'm not
serious.
exaggerating. Like if you come out of your dorm and you see any boy with
You're
shorts,
taking it.
just call him.
Come here.
Let me tell you a story. One time I was in SS, I gave this boy 10 naira to go buy me moi.
I said, bring change.
And then to bring my money back for me, and I go back to my room. This boy took my money and left. Because it's a huge school. And you know, I respect the boys, bro. Because I was a punctuality prefect. I was a prefect, and the boy took my money and he left. The boy did what I would do. So I could respect him as a man. Like, if a 13-year-old boy has the balls to take my 10, he knows of me.
Yeah.
He knows who I am.
Yeah.
He took it and he left. And he said, okay, and left. I didn't know what his face looked like, but I remember that at the back of his back, he had like an ADI. Because you write your name on your school uniforms.
Yep.
Because they still school uniforms. So it's back, I saw ADI. So I just let it go. I waited. It took like fucking 2 months. Because the school is huge.
Yeah.
It's
Before you
huge.
ran into him again.
And I just saw him one day. I just saw ADI. I just saw my boy Yinka. Say, look, that's that boy.
That's our boy. That's our boy.
First of all, I just thank God. I said, I knew. That's why I wasn't mad. This school is my domain. Once you SS3, you become more or less a teacher. More or less, you're a teacher. More or less, like your clothes get washed by other people, and they better not fucking burn it. Or like stains. They better not. I got back. I said, guy. The guy said, senior chooks, what did I do? I said, nigga.
Senior
I
chooks.
said, first of all, you know.
Shout outs to you.
First of all, you know what you did, guy. Like, I don't like all this I don't like all this bullshit of what did I do. You know what you did. I know what you did.
And now?
Now it's time for punishment. Okay? So I flog him, but my boy Yinka is the head prefect.
Nigga went in.
And he is, like, the guy has a complex.
Sadist.
The guy went overboard. Talking about headbutts to the nose.
Whoa.
Boom. The guy's nose broke, started bleeding.
He gave the guy headbutt.
Now the boy cries and runs. Now me, I'm freaking out because I don't headbutt little kids. You know what I mean? And I fucking with the belt already. I was cool. Yinka's like, you have no respect. Boom, headbutt. The kid goes, tells the housemaster, who calls the principal, and the principal shows up. This is like, you know what night prep is? Night prep is when you're last
silence.
studying for the night. It's
And
like,
it's
it's like
silence.
8 o'clock at night.
It's silence.
Just stands over there, and the principal just walks in. Clack, clack, clack.
Hard bottoms.
Chooks.
Hard bottoms.
Yinka, come out here. The boy is there. Hands over his nose. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my my god.
Oh my god! But you know how? But you know how in prisons?
Yeah.
okay? In prisons, they have these guys that the guards use them to control the population.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what seniors are.
Like
It's what prefects are.
the block leaders.
Okay, so the woman had the housemaster give me and you got 3 strokes each. This is the boy whose nose. Imagine, even 18-year-old in America headbutts a freshman and breaks his nose. In this modern
that's
day,
jail.
that's your.
It's over.
Woo!
That's jail.
That's like that's like,
How old were
That's
you
a
then?
felony.
I was like 18. Man.
Oh, yeah, it's a wrap for
I
you.
was 17 in senior in high
Yeah,
school.
you
Oh,
might
Yeah,
get
no,
up.
they were charged him as an adult.
No,
They were charged him as
headbutting
an
a
adult.
kid in the
Yeah.
face and breaking his
Like
nose.
Yeah, but if
13-year-old?
he's 17 and the kid is 13, they won't charge him as an
They'll
adult.
wait
No,
You're
they
18.
they can
They
charge
can,
him
no,
as an adult.
They'll be held to. I'll pay more than I paid back. Let me finish. I got 3 strokes. The boy went back to his class. I sat down. Nothing happened. I was still a prefect. I carried on my prefectship. I kept on punishing junior boys. In fact, it got to the point where I started skipping class because I didn't have to copy notes. Because you go to Nigerian classes to do one thing, copy notes. Because the teachers, they test on notes. And notes they give you. And they dictate notes. They dictate them and you write them down. That's what a class is. They dictate, you write, you read, you memorize,
And
you
you
go
go out and
That's what it is. So what I would do is I wouldn't go to class. I would skip class. I would play. When it's night prep time, I go to junior boys classes.
pick a guy.
I look at their best handwriting. I pick this guy, this guy, this guy.
Wow.
They come with me. I give them my notebooks, collect from my overachieving classmates.
Yep.
And
Copy
come
from here to here. And I just chill. I put my legs up. You know, I'm talking to my niggas about like fucking comic
I
books.
remember that shit.
I'm telling you, man.
literally remember
Nigerian
that
high school,
shit.
you saw from JS1 to SS2.
Your
No,
senior year is
JS1 to SS1.
SS2,
SS2, SS3.
SS2.
What is JSS and SS?
JS
I don't
is
even know
junior
what that's called in
secondary.
America.
Junior secondary
school.
So like
JSS.
Junior
ninth
high, I
grade,
think.
9th grade,
9,
10th
10,
grade,
11, yeah,
11th
something
grade,
like
and then
9,
senior.
10. You guys have only 4 years of high school, right? We have 6 years.
Yeah.
So the first 3 is JS1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and then second SS1, 2, 3.
Senior,
Secondary.
secondary, 1, 2, 3.
So,
So-
junior secondary is, and in your junior secondary 3, if you're good, you could kind of like lead your peers. If you're
Yeah.
like really smart,
Junior
they have like
prefect.
junior prefect
Junior
stuff.
prefect, yeah.
But usually, ideally for the average student, from junior secondary 1 to senior secondary, if you're senior secondary 2, which is like your senior, like your year before the last, it all depends. If you're good, you're kind of like showing some leadership traits and stuff. Like people know who you are. You start kind of enjoying those perks. But your
They give it
senior
to you.
secondary 3, there's nobody above you. The prefects are your peers, or you're a prefect. So the only people who can control you are teachers. And teachers they're not at the dorms.
Oh, and let me tell you
So
the best
in class, you're at class.
Everybody
for the most
is
part, you're
on the
doing
same
your thing.
level.
In class, you're in your classes and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you get to the dorms,
you cannot punish your classmates.
Right.
Yeah.
They won't do
You
it, they'll
can't
fight you.
So
Yep.
when you get to the dorms,
You're a king.
in the dorm life in your SST, like people don't even go to we have cafeterias where everybody goes to eat. What do they? I don't know. They call them cafeterias, dining rooms or dining halls.
What do we
You know
call
what I'm saying? And that's where every student goes there to eat. Like in your SS3, you get to the point where you don't even go there to
Don't
eat.
even go- they bring your
You
food
wait
to you.
outside and people go in and get your food for
And
you.
bring it to
so
you.
you're waiting out with no shirt.
Yeah. Towel.
Wow.
Not
No,
in
no,
uniform.
I'm telling you, you're
and
a
a
full-blown
junior
king.
person gets your food, brings it out. You're eating out there, doing you.
I am so happy we are doing
So-
this stuff.
so
it's the best
SS3
life
did-
ever. I
do
mean,
you-
all you have to worry in SS3 is your grades. Like you just have to worry about your own.
Now because it's
individual-
serious.
Yeah, because you got
Because
to
it's now
without
university.
That, without that, if you don't have good grades, you can't go to
And
university.
the worst thing you can do is repeat SS3. Because if you fail, you will repeat.
Yeah, that's one
And
thing.
you
though.
will repeat
In
with
Nigeria,
the
you have to
SS2 boys.
With the SS2
Yeah.
who knew you were SS3
Yeah.
before.
as a prefect.
Yep.
So
You're
now,
just-
now
it's
that
the
you're
worst.
peers,
No
one of the
respect
worst-
for you.
The worst
No
thing
respect.
ever.
It's
It's
that-
the worst
it's
thing
literally
ever.
the worst thing that can happen to you.
Repeating is the worst thing, and it happens.
Yeah, it
And
happens
that's the
a
thing
lot.
with us. So
More
in
than you
America,
think.
you guys have to go like,
A
move them along. We don't
lot.
do that shit. There's the grade you gotta meet. If you don't, and you can repeat from wherever class. So you can be a JS1. We have dumb niggas. I mean, maybe not dumb niggas, but just niggas who have, they're struggling. Who repeat multiple classes, who go back a couple of years, and you you leave them niggas, you yeah, he was my peer in JS3, but he's still in SS1 or some shit like that.
And niggas will fight you.
Yeah,
Niggas that used to flog will fight you now.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like it's now full blown.
unless you're
And God help
super
you.
cool.
Yeah, or super
Unless you
big.
were you were super cool where you didn't bother nobody in your
Yeah.
senior years. So they were and they will respect that. And your peers, if you're cool, will still treat you as a peer because they know you struggle. But so they'll respect you. Like,
They'll
they're not
respect
gonna,
you. Yep.
They're not gonna
They won't
treat you like a
punish you.
younger.
And that happened
'Cause they know you.
And that happened to me.
And
as a
also
prefect.
the
When-
kids
whenever-
know
because-
that.
Because as a prefect, you can punish the whole dining hall. Okay, let's say they're making noise now.
Fuck it. Yep.
Right, and you get up and you say, everybody kneel down.
Everybody better kneel down.
And it's like look, you haven't felt power like this, Reese. I'm not even kidding. Everybody, shut up and kneel down, and you just hear. You just see kneel. You just like students, just kneel down, and then you sit back down and start eating quietness. Only you and your boys are talking. Only you and your classmates are talking. God help you talk and see what happens. In fact, I had a girlfriend, Linda. She was 1 year younger than me. Okay, and this is why other girls hated her. Till today on Facebook, I talk to her and her friends, and we talk about it. Other girls hated her because when I say everybody kneel down, Linda will sit down. She will sit down, and it's just her. So a couple of other girls that have like senior boy, boyfriends.
Yeah.
And the senior girls.
Yeah.
Just sitting down.
Talking, chopping it up.
And the girls look at them in anger, but God help you.
Say something.
Touch my girl. God help you.
Say
Sit
something.
down. Touch her. It got to one point where I'm not proud of this, but it's a good story, and it's just a little sexist behavior. Linda,
Sexist.
people were mad at Linda one day. Okay? Bitches around, they've been jealous of her for a minute. One girl called her Kunna. Okay, I'm in my dorm chilling, as usual. Some girl runs to me, and one boy runs to me and says, "Senior Chooks, Senior Kunna is beating up Linda in the girls' dorm." Now, Sam will tell you, you don't go to the girls' dorm.
You don't go to the girls' dorms.
You don't go to the girls'
The
dorms.
boys don't go to the girls' dorm
At all. God help you. They catch you there. But I
Who's
heard-
You will get expelled.
if the prefects catch you there?
It's not even prefects. Whoever
if anybody catches you there,
you're done.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
expelled.
gone.
You're
Yep.
expelled. Like,
but
there's no.
my girl was getting beat up by a Kunna.
Which was a dude.
No, a girl.
Okay.
A female girl. A
Oh.
female player beating her up.
Oh.
Knowing fully well
That's you.
that's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Abdul, that's you?
That's
the
you.
guy knows fully well that's my girlfriend. The girl was beating her. So I said, okay. I put on my shirt, put on my pants. I started walking. He just looked at me like, "Chicks, are you crazy?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I'm going to go save my girl." I walk upstairs.
Hero.
Walk upstairs to the dorm. I see Akuna too. Like, really? Who do you think you are? You've been opening your eyes to me. You're a junior girl. You have no respect because you're. I just attack Akuna, man. And after it was horrible. I told all the senior girls, "Look, girls, this girl you see right here, off limits. Punish all these hundreds of girls you see, but Linda right here and Numudu, don't touch her. She's my girlfriend." And that was it. From that day, Linda would sit down. Linda would look them eye to eye. Eye to eye, talk. "What are you gonna do?" She's right there. What are you gonna do? And my niggas knew. It's the same way we boys run. It's the same respect we have for ourselves. They won't fight me over me fighting Akuna.
Right.
Because we're all prefect. When you're a prefect, you're not just a senior boy. You're a different level of senior boy. You know what I mean? Like, it's like...
So not all senior boys are prefects.
Nah.
No.
It's like being like a.
Who selects
Teachers.
Teachers select them.
Okay.
So it's
I
a
was
whole nother-
punctuality prefect. They have like social
You have like,
prefect,
they have all kinds of
senior
stuff.
prefect,
Student council probably.
sports
Yeah,
prefect, exactly.
It's like,
Student council.
It's like being like
But
a
with,
residence hall director. It's like
but
being
with
like
a lot more
resident
power.
hall more like
Yeah.
With a lot more power.
RAs and stuff.
Yeah.
With a way more
It
power.
was I have story, and the thing is, the best part is this.
And you
though.
get your own dorm, you get your own spot.
Yep.
Get like it's like your own secluded spot where you staying, where you sleeping.
Nobody fucks
You know what
with
I'm
you.
saying? Like you're not even with your boys. Like I mean, you're in the same building, but it's like having an office. It's like being an RA.
Yeah.
Like you're with your peers, but you get somebody eyeing your shit. You get somebody to bring your clothes.
And I don't know. I don't know how Sam's
and,
school was.
and
but,
we're at a
but in
young
my
age,
school,
guy. We're like 18.
But in my school, Sam's. I don't know how Sam's might be different. In my school, you become a prefect in SS2 third term. Because in the third term, the SS3 boys, they're taking their
about to get
WIAC
out.
exam.
You-
They're dorm being students. They're just riding out the last 2 weeks
Yeah.
or so in the dorms, and they're going to be gone forever.
Yep.
So they have.
They get them like
so,
they call them acting something.
Exactly. They become
Acting prefects.
So they give
I
you a
remember that.
prefectship in SS2 third term. So you
Yeah.
start acting as a prefect from when you're in SS2.
Yep.
And guess what though? When I became a prefect in SS2, those SS3 boys that were above me, I said, "Fuck those niggas." Because I already knew I could fight them. But I could not fight them because they were prefects.
Right.
Because even if
Some of the-
even if you kick the prefect's ass, they're still prefects. There are repercussions far beyond the dorms
Oh yeah.
for fighting the prefects.
You know
have
what's
to deal
funny
with the
though?
school.
Chooks, did you
What?
guys ever like have to do where you used to jump? We used to jump like bad prefects. So this is I don't know if y'all did this in your in Navy, but in my school,
bullies. I did with bullies.
if you again it comes back around because you got to come back to school to get your results, right? So if you were one of those like seniors like SSD who was just rootless, and there were a lot of niggas who were known for just
Like
because
like
whooping
sociopaths.
little dudes, like they
Sociopaths.
they were like the mean bastards, right? So you got to come back to school to get your results,
Because
your senior,
they don't mail them
your
to
WIAC
you.
results. You got to still come back to campus. I mean, you come back in your strike after you're done, like 6 months, I don't know, whatever the time it
You're
was.
wearing clothes.
You come back in street
You're a regular
clothes, you
guy.
know? Like, so now, your little niggas who used to beat up, now they're like SS3, SS2.
And they're big like you.
And they're
They're,
good, you know?
they're acting like SS.
They'll be-
They are
They're
SS3.
acting
No,
they
they're-
are.
You're
that's
gone.
right.
You already
You're
been gone. You
gone.
already
You're
graduated.
You're graduate, but you come on
You
campus,
come back
get
to
your
get it.
results.
How many?
But
How many?
little dudes would be like, yo, what's good? You know, it's good seeing you. You know, man, I got looked up to. Yo, come to the hostel and just
Hang out.
hang. And you know, and this is funny because I'm like, how did these niggas fall for this shit? But they will get you. So what happens? They be like, yeah, come back to the hotel. You know, come back to the hostel, hang out with us. You know, we looked up to you. You know, you was great. You were a bad dude, man. I used to want to bad like you. Like, yeah. And you come back to the hostels, and dude, swear to God, mad dudes were getting jumped. Like you would come in,
They would jump them.
and now at this point, they wouldn't even get. Sometimes they wouldn't even know how to get them in like wooden area where like nobody knows.
Nobody can break
There's
it up.
so many cats you would see running from school in like their tattered designer shirts because they were
Ripped
getting
up.
there. Like Jump City, like there's no teachers. Like they'll bring.
And you know what?
At the hostel,
You
there's
see
no
me now. You
teachers.
see me now. I'm smiling.
So get in. This is a true
once
story.
The hostel is prison.
Yeah, hostel is like
Once you get in the hostel,
it's on.
it's prison. The only thing that backs SS3 boys
You
up
better have your knuckles up.
is that we are big. SS3 boys are big. SS2 boys there are a couple that are like your size.
Yeah.
But they don't have the numbers. If SS2 decides to revolt and fight SS3,
Get
SS3
get together.
will win. Because SS3 has
More-
just bigger
more
dudes.
cats.
Yeah.
Those were 17, 18. You guys are 16, 17. You guys still have a few more puberty years to kick in.
Yeah.
So you're afraid. You don't want to engage. When I came from Navy, I moved to Ronick for my last year. You know, my SS, I moved to Ronick SS2. So I had an SS3 class above me. But these niggas, I was from Nigerian. Nigerian Navy is a hard school. It hardened me. It made me violent and mean. But Ronick is a private school. Very expensive private school. So it was different. These guys were different. And I could just smell that these niggas,
They don't want that.
they're not ready. You know, they don't know. They've been here since JS1. This is where they grew up. They call their teachers uncle and auntie. Uncle, what's his name? Our Uncle Lawal. Uncle Lawal. What's his answer? In Nigerian Navy, sir, ma'am, sir. It's like we're two different animals. When I first arrived there,
So niggas started. He put a Kevin Hart.
immediately, first thing I did,
What you said?
I went into my class SS2.
No.
Nah, you
No,
won't.
no. One guy called Fulani drew my head on the board, my big head. You know, I have a big head. And he writes ozone. So ozone, like the ozone layer of the earth.
Ozone layer.
So I'm new in this school, by the way. And in my eyes, I see myself as an SS3 boy. These guys are my size. These are the niggas I fight. SS2 boys, I'm in the same class as you, but you're below me. So I walk into the class, and this boy had drawn my head, and they were laughing. I said, who drew this thing? I said, who drew this thing? It says Fulani. I grabbed him. I beat the shit out of him. Like on the spot. When we're done, a senior boy called Henry, I remember clearly, Henry comes and takes me, says, come with me.
You good?
This is a prefect. Come with me. I follow him. The guy gets me to the stairs. The guy tells me to go down to the stairs, get on your knees, and crawl upstairs. I said, nigga. I said, nigga, look. Never. First of all, I'm an Igbo boy. I'm not getting on my knees for you. I know I can beat you up. I'm not crawling up the stairs. What are you going to do? Worst things worst, the guy calls his friends up. They're yelling. I know I'll get my ass kicked, but there's no way. Because once you crawl for that guy, that's it. You're crawling for everybody.
That's it.
So I said, hell no. The guy yells. The guy calls our housemaster. But the housemaster in Ronick is different from the housemaster in Nigerian Navy. A Nigerian Navy man will say, stupid boy, you just got here. You're a new monkey in the Holy Land. It's our quote for new guys. You're a new monkey in the Holy Land. Fucking crawl up that stairs. But I know that this is Ronick. This is Ronick. This is private school.
They're not as brolic.
The guy said,
Rich
come on.
kids, soft.
The guy said, come on. Yeah, why would you make him go up the stairs? The guy let me go. I walked away. I looked Henry in the eyes and I'm walking away. I really like eye contact, man. I looked him in the eye, so he knows that I know what happened.
We can knuckle up.
And I haven't forgotten.
Yo.
But you know what, though? From that day, all the senior boys decided
They let you be, man.
decided they're going to get me. So Saturday came. That same Saturday, me and my boy Sebastian are talking. Okay, we're about to go play soccer. Saturday is the only day you're kind of free in boarding school.
That's the freest day
because
you ever
there's no school.
Now Sunday after church, you're
Sunday you're free to all day after church. But Saturday I was going to go. I don't want to play soccer. I want to just sit down and talk with my boy. But you must go to sports. You must do some kind of activity. You must leave the hostel
in the morning.
So I didn't want to go. I'm sitting down.
Extracurricular.
Yep. And the sports prefect, Asuku Oniwon says, Chooks, why are you late to sports? I said, I was talking with my boy. The guy tells me again, same thing. Get on your knees. and crawl from the boys' hostel. Okay, the boys' hostel is on the right, the girls' hostel is on the left, and the school is in the middle. He says crawl from the boys' hostel on your knees all the way to the school and go play soccer. But this entails me crawling on my knees in front of the girls' hostel while he walks right beside me. And you niggas know me.
Like a dog.
You guys know me.
It's like, nigga, fuck
I, for one, choose death. You know? I, for one, choose death. And that, you know, go ahead and kill me. You might as well just kill me now. And same thing. So throughout my whole years, my last year before I became a prefect, these guys did this to me. Finally, SS2 third term, I had good grades. I was good at sports. I was a bigger kid. I was just prime picking for prefect. They gave me punctuality.
He said, I got you now.
But guess what God gave me? This one I know how God loves me. SS3 boy had a brother in JS3. Okay? Who became an SS1 student when I became an SS3 student.
And he's gone now.
No, he was still there
the older brother.
He was there for the last few weeks.
Oh, you were in the same.
But
last few weeks. Yeah.
So I am now the acting punctuality prefect.
Yep.
And let me tell you, nobody has more chances of flogging than punctuality prefects because you're going to be punctual to
You gotta be on time.
or I'll flog you. Punctual to school or I'll flog you. Punctual to siesta or I'll flog you. Punctual to prep. Like you cannot. I have so many chances of flogging you.
Yep.
And this guy's brother was an underachieving bastard. So in the morning, 6:45, I'm walking to the dining hall.
Wait. So as a punctual prefect, you flog the guys who are late.
Yes.
It's not that you get flogged because you're late.
Fuck that.
You flog. You
Who's flogging you?
The teachers. The teachers.
Teachers don't.
Who's gonna?
You got in the hostel.
Reese, who's gonna pull over the cop that's speeding?
Yeah.
Ooh.
There are no teachers in the hostel, guy. It's house masters. There's one. You're in the hostel.
And I was supposed to stay in his house.
You're in prison. It's full-blown prison. We're the wardens.
So as the punctual prefect, you flog the dudes who come late.
Punctuality prefect. So I'm walking, and it's a thing of beauty. I wish there was a camera over me just shooting me. When I'm walking to the dining hall, all I see is junior kids sprinting. Because once I get to the gate and turn around,
You better be there.
you're late. No, once I reach the gate and turn around, you're late. And you're just gonna get flogged. You will see niggas just say, "Fuck it, I don't need breakfast," and they walk straight to school.
Oh.
So it's either you come past me, get your licks, go eat your breakfast, or you just go to school. One of the two. And God help me one day. This boy, I've forgotten his name. I think it was Shane or something like that.
The junior.
The senior boy was walking with his younger brother.
Yeah.
I can't flog the senior boy because he's my senior.
Yeah, of course.
But the younger brother is late. And the guy thinking he has pull. Because, Chooks, you owe me. Chooks said, come on. It's my younger brother. Let him through.
This is the guy who's been trying to make you crawl all these years.
One of them.
Yeah.
I look him in the eye, I say, Shane, he's late. Shane, you can go through. You're my senior. I respect you. Go through, but your brother is late, so
it's not going down like that.
He's gonna get his 3 licks on the back. Because they say touch your nose, touch your toes, touch it properly, touch your toes, and I hit you, pa pa pa. It's not even hard. And the guy is like, "Come on, Chooks." I'm like, "Nope. I'm a prefect now, guy. You can be late because you're done with school, and you're my senior, but you can be late. You don't have to go to school today. But this guy is late. I'm gonna flog him. I'm right in front of his brother. I flog him
3 times.
Pa, 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 hard as I can.
Ass whooping.
Shake my shoulders. Okay, you can go to your break.
And the little brother looked at his bigger brother, just shocked and dismayed.
You're not gonna do nothing?
Number one.
That's it?
Number one, Shane engages me in Mortal Kombat, I'll kick his ass. Number 2, school will punish him. Because he's fighting the prefect. He's overdoing his job. I wasn't being unfair out there bullying your brother. I was doing my job. So like it felt so. It was like only an orgasm felt better than that. Second, I felt so happy. The way he walked away so defeated and so beaten. He couldn't blame his own kid. Look, as a first brother, he can understand. To have your younger brother in front of you, look up to you to protect him from something.
Yeah.
There are little things in this world. You know why I stopped being a coward? In Nigerian Navy. Okay, my brother was in a fight with somebody in the dorms.
Yeah.
He was in my room.
Yeah.
And the Navy man heard them talking during lights out. When it's lights out, supposed to be sleeping, there's no talking.
Both of you come down.
So my brother heard
each.
The guy came and the guy saw us awake. You know what I did? To my eternal shame. I said, "Excuse me, sir, I wasn't talking to you. It was this guy and this guy.
Chai.
My own brother and his friend."
Oh.
Oh. The guy took us outside anyway. Flogged me too.
Oh.
You know, I swear to God, this is the biggest. Only very people know this about me. I cried that day. I swear, remember that I cried. I said, from today, I swear on my life, I will never be a coward. There's a lot of people I love. For like, I for one choose death.
Again, I for one.
And since that day,
death.
I was like 13 or 14 years old. I'm like, I'm done. And from that day, when I don't want to do something, when it gets in my head, I don't want to do it. I will never do it.
You're not gonna do it.
Never. I will. I cannot feel. That day I cried in my bed. My brother doesn't even know. That's why till today, whenever we get in fights or anything, and the guy's in trouble, I tend to get off and run away. I got this. I feel like I owe him. Even though I've protected him so much, I feel like I owe him so much for that bullshit I did. So when I got to Ronick and I saw niggas that I know I could beat up, trying to push me around, I said, this cowardice has died in me.
The great thing about high school in Nigeria was like, it's literally all about knuckles.
It is.
It's like, I don't know if it's like, I guess it's like a person. It's like, yo, you look at a dude, you think you can take him? He can fuck you. Like, it's not like you're going to go start a fight.
No.
Like, nobody's going to punk you unless.
Let me tell you now.
If you look and you see, okay, you know what, man to man, I don't got it. But your ego is like, nah, fuck that though. Now, that's where I learned the whole, like, grabbing rocks and shit. Because for me, I was the smallest.
Never a big dude.
I was the smallest.
Yeah.
And youngest since, like, I was always, like, for some reason, I was 2 years, like, because my dad, like, homeschooled me till I was, like, 7.
Yeah.
So I started, like, JS1, and the average age was, I think, maybe 9.
10,
and I
11,
started, I started JS1 at 8. Right? So I was, like, 2 years, a year and a half younger than my peers, and I was the same way. I was mad skinny, and I was really short. I don't know why, but shorter than everybody. So from JS1, everybody look at you like, oh, him. Got him. And, like, at JS1 at that age, I learned that, you know, you're not going to, like.
That's why this guy's getting me in fights in Vegas.
You're not going to physically, like.
You're not going to knuckle everybody.
Up low, but you're going to grab the shit that you're going to, like. I got my ass to him. I'm like, you know, I'm not going in there on some knuckle up because that's what it's about, knuckle up. It's like, oh, because we fight at all ages. I mean, we start fighting at, like, JS1.
Since you're little.
You're like, what? Like, start with even jokes. Your mama this. And you're thinking, like, how much can I take mama jokes? You think about my mama?
It takes two pushes. That's how two pushes. One push, and then you're throwing.
And you're fighting.
Just like that.
They're not teachers everywhere. So, again, in class, maybe you might get away with a fight, but niggas will tell you, I'll see you in the dorms. Because dorms...
Because the dorms is free for all, son. I love it.
It's you and your boys, so it's man to man. You better have your own.
Let me tell you,
as a kid,
they push the bunks apart.
Like niggas love that.
Push the bunks
it's like
apart.
fucking smart.
It's like UFC.
Like even if you don't want to fight,
once
niggas will hype it up.
Once you declare, I will see you in the dorms.
Niggas wait.
Niggas are just ready.
Niggas claim.
Once you get in the dorms, they feel like, chicks, remember, niggas gonna fight. They're beside, and you getting high.